What's good? It's Skano from the gutter. Hey, y'all remember the old Looney Tune cartoons? The Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. Roadrunner was always, on the move, adjusting, adapting, because Coyote was trying to end him. For what, But buying all these different products, these gizmos and gadgets from Acme, whole supply, the catapult, that would end up catapulting a coyote against the wall, splat. That's MAGA right now. Because as it turns out, these policies that y'all voted for, and Trump himself, shit all backfired. Like when they stuck their finger in the muzzle of the pistol and it just blew up in the shooter's face. Some cartoon type shit. But this is real life. And it's funny how the tables turn, ain't it? So all these policies that y'all thought, y'all can say what y'all want. And I don't want to lump all MAGA supporters, even though I'm going to be honest. As far as I'm concerned, that MAGA hat is just a modern day Klan hood. But for most of y'all. But all those policies are now backfiring. DEI sweep and purge, whatever you want to call it. Because let's not forget, DEI largely served white women. That was the largest population in this country that benefited from DEI. I guess that slid under the radar, though. The immigration, deportation, policies that now have turned around and crippled, the MAGA farmers and the farm industry in general in this country, amongst others. Funny how the tables turn. MAGA, which now stands for Make Americans Grovel Again, because that's what y'all been doing. Running to the internet, groveling, crying, whining, oh, tears, And y'all looking around to see who else is going to, you're on your own, Don't expect black folks to be, we adapt, we adjust, Just like the Roadrunner. We just seem to outwit these policies and these different, there'll be some rough times here and there, but we get by. We always have, with the whole system, mind you. You know what I'm saying? The whole system on our necks. But we still adapt. We still progress. So, nah. You're not going to see us at the protests. You're not going to see a gang of FBAs, on the internet, crying, This is what y'all voted for. So, a lot of y'all, like I said before, man, a large demographic of the MAGA population, y'all just not that bright. Y'all didn't read between the lines, Y'all ate up the shit that Trump was throwing out there because it appealed to your primal instincts, which is hate and bigotry and racism, And y'all ate it up. Didn't read between the lines. When they advertise some shit and it just looked like such a big beautiful deal, right? But then you neglect to read between that small print. And then when you finally get the product, you're like, well, what the hell is this? You didn't read between the lines, that small print. I'm giving y'all the benefit of the doubt. The majority of y'all can't read. But, so it is what it is, man, A big old heaping, steaming plate of karma. That's what I say. Imagine a country where we all had each other's best interest at heart. Not just individuals, not just your race or demographic or political party, but imagine a country we all had each other's we'd be a lot farther, man. Life will be a lot more, beautiful. But we got, a lot of people in this country that would rather shoot their own damn foot off with a shotgun, a double barrel, than see the next person who don't fit in their demographic. They rather see them down, then they'll suffer along with them. But as it turns out, we ain't doing as bad as y'all thought we would be. And y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all thought FBAs would be down bad. I got some smoke for you Latinos too. Namely Charlotte. Y'all, and I've lived in Charlotte for about 3 years, man. And I won't say all of y'all. A lot of y'all be acting funny, man. Got a certain vibe about you. And I picked up on it very quickly. Y'all had super assimilated to whiteness, especially in Charlotte, Carolina. And lo and behold, look what the hell is going on. I guess I got out of there just in time, because we don't need no mistaken identity. They snatching Latinos up, left and right in Charlotte, putting belt to ass, And I spoke on this a year ago. I said, be careful while y'all assimilating to whiteness, and, want to give FBAs the cold shoulder. Not that we really give a, but I picked up on these things, energy, and because I lived where I was at was a predominantly Latino. It was little Mexico. Didn't know that beforehand, but I never had a issue with necessarily personally, but being around them, y'all give off a certain type of energy, and this day has come. So now y'all receiving some karma, because like I said, ICE is up in there putting belt to ass. You Latinos who is pro-MAGA, singing a little Trump song and with your red hat and dancing and doing the same one. Now y'all crying, pleading, karma, So, MAGA going through it out here, from what I understand, y'all, but don't expect no pity. Because, like I said, man, y'all like the damn cartoon characters who just, clowns. And to now see y'all running to the internet, you know what I'm saying? This is what y'all wanted, man. It's ridiculous. Y'all embarrassing yourself. Stop groveling. Because like I said, man, Trump don't care about y'all for real. He just care about y'all vote. And don't fall for the woo-woo with this little so-called $2,000 little stimulus. Hell, I done paid more than $2,000 in just taxes since he, implemented his tariffs. The hell I'm gonna do with I'll take it. But we not voting. Ain't nobody voting Republican. That shit is over. This is a payoff, man. Now he go. Didn't he talk shit about Obama when he did the stimulus package? Now here he go. I said, you can't trust these folks, man. And you can't trust MAGA, because, once this ship get righted, y'all revert back to y'all. But I have seen an uptick in the racism, It's always been there, obviously, but soon as your grand imperial wizard got, in office, y'all was in you seen an uptick in all the bullshit. And we know what y'all trying to do. I know what Trump wants. He want black folks to be outraged and out here acting a fool so he can impose martial law and so his ass can stay in office longer. He's trying to figure it out, man. He don't plan on leaving office, but it's a done deal, man. Because now MAGA has turned on him, So, I tell you, man. No wonder the United States has failed so far behind the other superpowers, These are the people that vote. Have no common sense, have no foresight. You can't play the long game. But FBAs, we masters at that shit. We had to be. It's a survivalistic thing. So, like I said, stop groveling. Stop whining. Just pull up your bootstraps. It'll be all right. No ops left Scano. You already know.